So did you come with millions to come back home, or you just came as you are?
I just came with my 2 monarchs, one like this and the smaller one.
The journey from South Africa to the quiet, deep rural areas of Zimbabwe. For Miss V, the feeling is like stepping into a world untouched by time.
You see, I haven't even roofed. You know, the delay, of course, is because of mine.
In the rural areas, life is lived at a different pace. Technology is often limited, and even electricity is luxury.
I don't know how and why, but this actually warms my heart to see things like this.
My question now is, why are people living the good life in the city where there is good food and Wi-Fi and electricity and good houses?
The plan now, I want to build a village for everyone. I'm fine. How are you, Mkomabigeti?
I am good, and I'm happy to see you here back in Zimbabwe. And one of the things that I'm happy about is that you're creating content also.
Yes.
I'm happy.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm also very honored that you visited me today.
You are doing so well.
Thank you.
And one of the things that have impressed me is that you having the audacity to come back.
Home is the best. There's no place like home.
Yes. What made you to make that bold decision of saying, you know what, I'm leaving everything here in South Africa, I am going back home?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing is peace of mind.
Yes.
You know, I may not have a fancy life, I may not have fancy things, I may not have furniture, but the peace of mind that is here is more than someone who is living in the greener pastures right now. Yeah.
I think people think that they have to have everything for them to come back here, back home. And most of the people, they sort of like live in a prison where they say, since I don't have enough, I've been here for many years, and when I go back, people are going to laugh at me. What's your message to people like that, who are living for people and not living for themselves?
So life is about you. You're the only person who can control your own life.
Very
you know,
true.
the people who worry about much, sometimes they have nothing to offer us. They don't give us anything. They don't help us with anything. So the moment you keep delaying yourself, that I'll go back home when I have this and that, you're delaying your progress. Because if you come earlier, you can actually push and maybe even overtake them. You see, I haven't even roofed. You know, the delay, of course, is because of money. But because I know I'm home, I have this house where I can sleep, where I'm safe. I'm not even bothered. I know as time goes on. You know, you can't come to another thing. What makes people maybe to stay and think maybe they will come when they have everything.
Yes.
Is they want to come and make sure that they have everything they need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Of which I can live within my means.
How was life in South Africa?
Let me say 50-50. South Africa took care of me, to be honest. But you know, sometimes if you're not getting where you want to get, sometimes you don't see any reason to keep working the other side. So it's better to suffer when you're home than to suffer in a foreign land.
So what's your plan? You're back home. Are you going to be doing projects, and are you here full time?
Yeah, I'm going to be here full time. From the day I mentioned that I'm going to be here, I'm staying here, and ever since I've been staying here since the day I came. The plan now, I want to build a village for everyone. Wow. Not only for me. I also do philanthropy, by the way. So I want to build other houses there. The mapango, the kitchens. Of course, because they're the ones I afford, and I want them to look tradition.
Nkoma Kundai, you are here. What do you think of rural life? Do you think that one day you're going to find yourself staying in the rural areas, and what's your plan?
I wouldn't want to say one day, but now, you know, like as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I want to go to the rural areas. I want something like this. You know, this is, I don't know how and why, but this actually warms my heart to see things like these ones.
So soon you're going to move to the rural areas, and what would you be doing there?
If I go to the rural areas, or when I go to the rural areas, what I'm gonna do is, okay. For now, I don't have a specific plan on the projects that I will do, but I want to go and stay there. Because what I know is, like what she's saying, all right, let me ask you, when you were coming from South Africa, did you have the idea of saying, I want to go and then I put this there, that there, that there? Did you have that idea?
Yeah, I have. But when I got to the ground, I changed my mind.
Exactly. You see
then
now.
I saw a different direction.
You see now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying when I go to the rural areas, I know I'll start figuring out everything that I need.
You know, it's really interesting. I recently interviewed someone who is keeping pigs.
Yes.
And this guy, he started last year, and he started with 4. Right now he has over 1,000 pigs. And I never knew that, there is so much money in pigs. And the interesting part is that the other business that he's doing is into producing maputi.
Alright.
So the waste that is being produced from
By
Maputo
Maputo.
is being fed to the pigs.
Wow.
And then it's like a
Yeah,
cycle.
a cycle. So if you want to make quick, good money without shortcuts,
Yeah.
one of the projects that anyone can do is pig farming. So probably most of those projects, the reason why a lot of people fail in Zimbabwe is because they are buying feed.
Yes.
In Zimbabwe right now, if we are to be honest, it's not really like a good conducive environment for people to do projects like pig farming,
Yeah.
and you are buying
The
feed.
feed, yeah.
You need to grow your own feed. You need to
Yes.
find a way to go around the issue of buying feed.
Yes.
Other people are going an extra mile of going outside of Zimbabwe buying feed.
Really?
Yeah, places
Is it
like
cheap?
Zambia, it's cheaper.
Really?
It's cheaper. Even other people even buying clothes. They go to Zambia. Zambia is
Yes,
cheaper.
yes, Zambia is cheaper.
The slides that I'm wearing right now,
Yes.
I bought them $15 in Zambia. If you go to Zambia with $500, you have money.
Yeah. You know, here we've got US dollars, so obviously our currency, or
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to say our currency, but the currency that we use, US dollars, yeah, it's actually like stronger than all of these ones. I've been to Zambia, and then sometimes I would be surprised when they say, you know, you get to a place, especially lodges.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You get into a lodge, and then you're like, so how much is it? Like, it's 800 kwacha. You're thinking, how much is it?
You go to your, you say,
$dollars.
yeah, I was surprised. For me, I thought I went to this nice lodge, and I thought maybe they're going to say maybe $30 per night.
Yeah.
My brother, they told me that it's $15 per night. I was like,
That's what I'm telling you. If you know, the ones that are charged $50 or $70 here, they are like $10-15 in Zambia.
Nkoma Kundai, would you encourage people to come to the rural areas?
Yeah, as for me, in this generation, and I'm so excited what I'm seeing nowadays. You know, there was a time I went to my place. I think you might have seen a video where I went to my place and we were putting some balls.
Yes.
So when I went there, because as for me, it was about, I think, 5 years or so, the last time I had gone there. When I went there, I started seeing things like what we are seeing now. You see, we are seeing those, like the neighbors there.
Oh, yes.
You can see tanks.
Yes.
I was seeing tanks everywhere. Tanks,
In
and
the
then they
rural
say
areas.
new houses, tanks, new. I'm like, what is going on? You understand? And then people are saying, you know what? You are the one who is staying in there. People are coming back. And they were telling me that people of my age, most of the people, young people, are going back to the rural areas. And they are going there to start a new life. And the good thing is, especially for us content creators, I can come here, I can start creating content, and I can earn a living from the content that I'm making from here.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily need to start doing projects. I can just come
Content.
and then I start creating content. So I can start creating content, and anyone can create content nowadays. Anyone.
Yes.
And raw life, people love raw life. And even people from other countries, they want to see how Zimbabweans are living.
Yes.
If you do your video and you are in that nice hotel, when they look at that, they've got better hotels in Dubai, they've got better hotels in Europe. Yeah. But if we start showing them this now, they have never seen this, and they cannot recreate this. Speed cannot recreate this. You understand? So people prefer watching us doing what we do. Like what she said. You know, she was when you were talking to her, I was like, yeah, because you were saying I want to be like original.
Yes.
You understand?
That's what she said. Yeah.
As it is. No filters and trying to spice things up and then act like you've got a swimming pool here. And her story we are going to be seeing as she is going to be progressing, doing all these things. I remember there was a time she was posting and there was like there was grass here
Inside.
like even inside you couldn't get in there. Even in there you couldn't get in there. There was grass. She has got pictures. They are on the internet, so you can actually see everything that she's doing. You see everything. That's why I'm saying, yes, for me, I'm so inspired that I will be doing mine. You are going to see in the next 1 month or so.
Yes.
You will start seeing me saying, you know what?
So V, I want to ask this question.
Yes.
Are you not scared to take on this journey? It's new to you.
Yeah, it is.
You don't know how it's going to be, maybe 7-8 months. And looking at Zimbabwe, are you not scared?
I think faith is leading me. Yeah, I'm not even scared. And also, even when I got here, I didn't know that maybe was going to be here. But things are just happening. You know, sometimes when you believe too much in yourself, you attract positivity. Exactly. I think that's what has been happening. I'm not even scared. It's only the process of cleaning that took us long. Otherwise, the day we came here, I was supposed to move in the following day.
Looking at rural life right now, in America, people who live in countryside, rural areas that side, they're considered rich. Are we seeing a shift here in Africa? Because people, they look at people who stay in the rural areas and say, nah, they can't afford to stay in. Are we seeing now a shift? Because the reason why I'm saying this, people in the diaspora, when they come back here, they build beautiful homes in the rural areas, and they can afford it.
Yes.
So are we now seeing a shift?
Yeah, I think there's a shift, and I believe in the next few years or even months, a time is coming when if we are going to rate you, we are going to rate you based on your homestead.
Exactly.
You understand? We are going to say, do you have a homestead? If you say, I've got a house in Glenview, you say, come on. You don't care about that. But if you've got a house or a homestead, that's when you're going to say, yeah, now you're talking. Why am I saying that? You know, it's not just here. I've been seeing a number of people, especially, you know, when you start seeing content creators coming in saying, you know what, I'm going back. I've seen people saying, there's a couple, I think you might have seen that one. There's a couple, they were saying we were in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw them.
And then they left Ukraine straight to the rural areas.
Yes, I saw them.
I've seen, you know, people are going to the rural areas. It's not about them not being able to afford rent in Harare. It's not about that. But it's about them coming here in Africa, and then they come to their rural place, and then they start building. You know, that journey is something else.
Did you ever reach a level where you say, nah, maybe I made the wrong choice coming back? I should definitely go back.
Yeah, no, never. Never.
Never. Or not yet.
I don't think it will ever happen.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Unless if I spend maybe 10 years here, and then I can say I'll go by then maybe I'll be old already. Because I've spent more than 10 years there. So it's just 1 week and then I say I'm tired. Never. Never.
Plus also you have been there. So since you have been there, you know what is there.
And also when I started there, life was even tougher than this. Life was, I think it's a very long story for another day. It was even tougher than this because I was staying with my sister, and then she had to bring her kids, and then we had to move, and I was with my sister then. We had to look for Mukuku in Bestangwe. I've never stayed in Nomarari. We had to stay in Mukuku.
You once stayed in Mukuku?
Yeah, business, Nstanga business. Nstanga to advertise a business. Rugara Mukuku. You don't know anyone, no connections, nothing. I started from scratch before.
And it was a foreign land.
And it was a foreign land, and I was undocumented at the same time. So it was really tough.
So that means that was actually worse than
Yeah, you know, I've got my mansion already. I can even think
and you're in Zimbabwe.
house, in which room do I want to sleep? Where do I want to visit today?
And you're in Zimbabwe.
And I'm in my home country.
I don't think anyone could convince her to leave.
I never.
Now there's a mansion.
She has a mansion.
Yes, I never. No ways.
Yeah.
No ways.